that is happening, it does not accept it. When you sell the currency, you have to hold because of the hadith of Ubadah ibn Samit. That was in Muslim, gold with gold, silver with silver, barley with barley, and so on. Dates with dates, and salt with salt, equal for equal, same amount. If they are unequal, if they're different, then sell any way you want. If it is hand by hand. So how do we solve this problem? This money that is given is a trust in the hand of the other guy. So the exchange will happen when the other money comes in on the day that they are making the handing. This is a continuation now. We have answered yes last time, but there is some part. It's a long one. The summary. The the how do you count the retirement account and whenever there is like lost? How do you do that? So when we take zakah when there is profit, but when there is loss, we don't make zakah, or we don't hold back from the zakah. The second one, this money is not capable, is not in their possession, and some people they cannot do it except after they reach the age of 65. If they do it right now, how are you going to ask them to pay the zakah and they don't have hold on it? Let's revisit of the major rules that guide this issue in our fatwas before and the decision of Amja before. First of all, the ownership, the complete possession of the money is a condition to pay the zakah, meaning that you are capable of holding it and have the full 100% decision on what to do or how to do or whatever you want to do with it. It's under his own will. And so if it has that meaning, then it is required to pay the zakah. Even if you take the penalties, stuff like that, unless you hold it. So all the retirement account or any account of the sort that you don't have full possession of it, that you don't have the decision making on it, then you don't pay the zakah because there is no ownership of it, as we have discussed. But the accounts that you have control over after the deduction of penalties and you have to pay the zakah on it. Whether you win, you make profit or loss, this zakah has nothing to do with it. Zakah is on the money that you hold over a year. If you have $100 million and God forbid you lost 99 million, you still have that 1 million that reach 1 year. That 1 million is still money that you have to pay the zakah on. And it's not true that we did not take the loss in consideration. You used to make zakah on 100 million, now you're only on 100. So whatever left in your hand and you didn't lose it, this is the one that you have to pay the zakah on. And no money will decrease from charity. Another important issue, the zakah on the money that are that grows. Not every principle in the companies that you have to pay for. The expert they said after taking that will not go 1/3. That's mean the zakah on whatever is going to happen after you take the penalties and the taxes and all the other fees. It could be half instead of two and a half. I have severe influenza. Do I kind of try to break my fast? Every person is capable. I mean, God in His religion. If that's going to delay your healing, or it's going to make it very hard to fast, or it's going to bring harm to you, that's going to increase your disease or lead to something even severe. No, you can have that permission to break the fast. You, but in of course there is hardship. You when you fast in the summertime, in the hot summertime, it's very hard, of course. But this is something you could obtain, you could ordain, you could do, you could live with. So the normal hardship is not what we're talking about. We're talking about something beyond the burden of the body. Then that will bring ease. And when the matter gets very tight, then you know that Allah's permission is wide. And to glorify Allah Azza wa Jal, not to take his, not to take it to any of the extreme. Don't be too hard on yourself and not to be too loose. So talk to your doctor, see what he advised you to, and you are trusted in your own religion. A woman is saying, I live in Montreal. The masjid, they bring iftar. There is a lot of time in making salad. The ladies, they volunteer to do it early in the morning. They finish by 12. We here don't waste the time of the sisters. Now we all know the importance of the volunteering and the reward from Allah, but is it bigger than me sitting at home and read the Quran and worship Allah? Take a share in everything, sister. Just try to participate in the volunteering as much as you can, because you get the reward of the person who has fed a fasting person, and you still keep your dhikr. Keep your dhikr while you're working, while you're doing this. This is the worship of the people who are smart. This is in your hand. So you can combine between the dhikr of Allah, feeding the people, and prepare and volunteering and reminding yourself what you remember from the Quran. I know some people who play sport. He takes uh, something, he makes all his dhikr during this 20, 15 minutes, whatever time he spent in playing sport. Because the food for his soul is very important. So he combined between his soul and his body. The hadith of that imams who keep this is about where, you know, when the person he makes his wife do everything possible at home and he's not happy. Someone is asking, what is the rule about working in a company in the same in the place with this? He works in an American company. We saw several videos that this. It looks like it's an Arabic project, but it is Zionist work. What is the rule about working in that company? First of all, you look at what is obvious, not on what's hidden. We rule of what is obvious, not what's hidden. If it looks like something good that is does not have any corruption, then it is good. And if there is a lot of good people, that will reduce the harm. Second question: can you pray on the person who died, who never prayed in his life. This is different about the person who leaves the prayer. Whomever said he is disbeliever, he said he should not pray on him. Whomever said that he disobedient, that he can, but without, not everybody, not the prestigious people of, and the person who leave the prayers, there's a dispute. The person who does it intentionally and is different than the person who is lazy and don't do it. And the one who do it in the second one is disobedience of Allah. The others, they said no, they are both disbelievers. And some who said the one who never prayed in his life is different than who pray and leaves. And this is the majority in those people who are doing that wrong to themselves. This is the people who are under the promise of Allah. Either He will forgive them or He will punish them. The majority, they said, another question. Is it okay to pray the night prayer after Isha? Yes. But there's an order. If you hope that Allah will send you from the night and you leave, you get up before Fajr and you do the water after that, you could make water and then make the last thing is your water. But if you're tired, you know it's gonna be tired, you don't know what's gonna do anything at all. No, make your water with the Imam and then go home. If you wake up, there's Alhamdulillah easy. Because the water with the Imam is different than, it does not find any, it's not contradict a prayer after that. A man who likes the woman and he don't want to do anything haram, he need to have multi women and wives and multi kids. How does he do that? For each woman has its own need. If you keep her in Egypt, it's different than the rent is like 200-300. If Texas, it is more than 1,500. This is an apartment, that's an apartment. This is its value here, and the other one has its value there. If you have done one apartment for this one for that one, خلاص, you are equal. And each one has its own area. You have to provide the need. That's enough. You go to the doctor, and the doctor, if you fix your teeth in Turkey, is different than the values in Houston. It's the same tooth, but different country, different price. If your wife, they want to treat her, you pay for it according to the charges in Egypt, because you provided the origins of the service. So the difference in the currency is not even considered here. Do you have ownership or rent? No, you just have to have somebody in the house. Whether you can have ownership, that's fine. As long as they have the house or a house, that's it.
فتشتري بيتا هنا وبيتا في المشرق طيب، لكن إذا كان البيت في الشرق لا تكلفة باهظة لا طاقة لك فيها، فضمانته القدرة
You go with your capability as well.
ألا تتقصد إيجاد البيت العظيم.
Just try not to find a difference between the two places
في ذلك ما استطعت
as much as you can.
أرجو أن يكون في عقلك أن يجعل إيجار لكل واحدة يعني كقاعدة، يعني قد يبدأ بالإيجار
He might start with the rent,
يبدأ الناس بالإيجار، وإذا وسع صار عليه
and if they have more,
وأعطاه من فضله عزم
and him from his bounty,
وتمنى، فهذه لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا ما
Allah does not overburden any soul.
يجب حساب الزكاة على
The second question, you pay the zakah on the electronic currency or coin.
سعر يرتفع عن
The price go up and down, as we all know.
أو على كل حال يا ولد، الزكاة في عروض التجارة، في العملات الرقمية في الأفق،
And the zakah, it has to be with the current value,
مش أمس،
not yesterday, not before, a month ago or 2 months ago.
قيمة السلع
What is the value of those products you have right now that you made it for buying and selling?
وقلنا مرارا
And we said, and we want to remind everybody,
حلت زكاة
if the zakah, look at what you have of cash
وما كان من عرض
and,
السلع فقومه قيمة النقد
and put a value.
وما كان من دين في ملاءة فاحسب، إذا
What if a loan you have, you hope to get it back?
إذا كان على مقر موسر،
And it has to be on someone who is capable and
هذا ليس مهم.
don't deny.
لا تلزمك زكاة إلا إذا قرأت، ثم اطرح ما عليك من دين يرعاك الله، ثم زكي. ومرة أخرى
One more thing, the profit and loss has nothing to do with zakah.
ملك النصاب ومرور الحول، وقلت في الحلقة السابقة لو عندك 100 مليون
So if you have 100 million,
99
you took 199,
مليون واحد
1 million left,
خلاص 99 ولا خلاص المليون يعني براءة من الزكاة، لا يزال
you still have to be
بلغ النصاب
zakah of that million, as we did in that example. And remember, no money is decreased from paying charity.
صرف كل الخسائر دي هي الاثنين ونص بتاعت الفقراء هي اللي هي
Now the 2.5 is the one that's making you hard. Be careful. Allah will wipe all that what you have.
يتخذون الصدقات مغرما، ومن الأعراب من يتخذ ما ينفق مغرما، الزكاة مغرما.
Some people think that the zakah is like a bad day. It's not a good day. The money is taken away from him. And
لو شخص لا يريد التحدث معك
some of them want to talk to you.
وأخذ موقف
If you take
مشات بجنوب
a stand, do you, if there is sin, do you do your best to get out of this desert in him and send him a letter? Assalamu alaikum, something good you say, Ramadan Mubarak, and so on. May Allah accept from you and me something about da'wah.
قبل ذلك الحمد لله يتحقق به الخروج من إثم الهجرة وخطيئة المسلم. المعنى الصلاح المصلي
What the meaning of the salah on the Prophet sallam? Is it asking something for him? And what does it mean? Allah is praying on the Prophet sallam? Well, it is remembering him in the high status and to raise in his status and to have mercy on him. And we call the Prophet sallam. Our biggest action we do is the prayer on the Prophet sallam. Our sins are being forgiven, and Allah take our hardship and give us what we ask for. الله اكتب له الوقت للشيخ. وافد
ولنحن زكاة
اكتب له الوقت مضى.
أرجو أن لا حرج في ذلك، بل هذا من النصح له والبر.
If someone don't want to talk to you because he's do I avoid him? No, don't. Inshallah, you'll get reward for it.
لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من هل يلزم إخراج فدية الصيام؟
Can we take the zakah from
طعام مسكين لازم
someone?